PWRDF is sending a delegation to Tanzania, to the southern part of the country, to see the work we're doing there and supporting there through the Diocese of Masasi. Our partnership with them has been working on food security and on maternal, newborn, and child health for the communities of this area. So we've arrived in Mtwara. We just flew in from Dar es Salaam, and we've got a 3-hour drive ahead of us to get to Masasi.
PWRDF is the development branch of the Anglican Church of Canada. We don't implement projects. We work with partners overseas. We have been working with the Diocese of Masasi for more than 20 years. And we came to really appreciate this diocese. We begin by funding very small projects. You get to know an organization by put a little bit, observe, and see the results, and then you go gradually. Then the clinic is a maternal, newborn, and child health center that PWRDF has set up. This is a program that is co-funded by PWRDF and Global Affairs Canada, and the local government, Tanzanian government, is the one that covers the salary of a doctor. This region was one of the most in need around this area, and there is a hospital that is almost 11 kilometers away from here, but they need this space to be an overflow of patients and cover all this region around here. Today is a monitoring child health clinic where mothers come and go to just have their child monitored. Children under the age of 5 come here to check their development, if they suffer from malnutrition, if their vaccinations are up to date.
These are residential houses for the doctors and the nurses for our health center here. We built these ones so that to make sure the doctors and the nurses are available all the time, even day and night, near the health center so that they can come to save people even at night.
MCC project is working with 29 government dispensaries in all 73 villages. This is one of the dispensaries we are working with. So we are supporting essential drugs and equipment, as well as we are working closely with staff in different education sessions we are conducting in this village.
So PWRDF, what we are doing in those 29 dispensaries, we are providing delivery beds and all the necessary equipment and drugs to ensure that women can deliver in these facilities and have their babies safely. So all these steps are part of our program to lower maternal and child health mortality.
And we see a lot of improvement due to provision of drugs and other equipment in our dispensary. This project is called the Preventive Health and Food Security Project. It's conducted in 21 villages. 1 village is in Masasi and 20 villages in Nachingwea. We have 3 components of the project. We have water, we have health, and agriculture. In water, what we are doing is to drill water well in these project villages. And what we are doing in that is providing education on how to conserve water wells and how to treat the drinkable water for these people in our villages.
We are in the village on Domoni, and it's one of the villages that has benefited from the project. In fact, in this village we built a borehole which is almost 120 meters deep. Before this borehole was in this village, the population had to travel either 8 kilometers away from here or going this direction, or almost 5 going the other direction to collect water. So clean water necessarily is part of the strategy of good health. If you have a child with diarrhea and goes to a clinic and is given drugs or medication, you need this medication to be taken with clean water.
Another component of this project is agriculture. As we know, in agriculture we support different livestock.
So in that, nutrition is very, very important aspect for our program. So nutrition you can improve through vitamin, through protein, and so on. You can get a lot of nutrients from the milk. It is part of this program in order to improve nutrition. Also, we have a process of we call pass on the gift. To us, we say, if you get a goat, that is a gift from God. So you have also to pass that gift to other beneficiaries. So we have that passing on process. This will help us to make sure everyone is benefiting from the project. And that is why we have direct and indirect beneficiaries. So while the direct beneficiaries are now keeping the goats or chicken or rabbits, we encourage them, when they produce, they have to pass on that gift to other families.
So how has the economy of the village changed now that there are this many cows? Is it changing the whole economic level of the village? Because people
Oh yes, the economic level is changed, and I can say it has changed abruptly. Yes, after this project.
Bado kwa nje bado nje tu sasa kwa ndani kote sasa ziko safi. Nimevuta umeme bado tu wao waunganishe.
They say that from the income from milk, the income we have used to improve the house. Inside there is a good floor. They have plastered the house.
Okay.
So now they are planning to plaster outside.
Outside.
Yes.
Yes.
They have also installed the electric system.
Okay.
What they are waiting now is just to connect.
Wow.
Yes.
I'm very happy with that.
Basi asanteni. Tunawashukuru.
When we talk about climate change in this area of Tanzania, it's a reality. Farmers are living the impact of climate change on a daily basis. So all the training that is given to farmers is to help them on climate change adaptation and mitigation. So we are trying to introduce practices to preserve soil erosion, to introduce ways of water conservation, to diversify their crops, reintroduce, for instance, traditional crops that were from this region and suddenly they lost the practice of growing them, but they are more resistant to drought, etc. So there is a whole number of practices in terms of agriculture that we introduce. Those practices remain with people.
So usually when we arrived at a village or a meeting place, most of the time, by the time we got there, they were already dancing in a circle. There were sometimes drums, people singing. And so there's a lot of energy and a lot of joy, and it certainly made us feel welcome. The farmers of the community that we had been supporting came out with 4 things. They came out with a big basket of greens, a big tub of tomatoes, a bag of peanuts, and they also came out with 2 live chickens, which was really fun to see and a little bit humorous. So we were gifted the bountiful outcomes of their projects and of their farms, and they shared that with us, which was pretty incredible.
Now, I'm not sure that I can take this back to Canada in my suitcase.
Sina uhakika sana kama kuku hao naweza nikaweka kwenye begi na kwenda nao mpaka Canada.
So the appreciation that we receive from the communities really demonstrates how valuable the work is, but I think it also shows how well it's done in these communities. They set it up so that it's sustainable, so that people feel that they have ownership of these projects. I think it shows that the money we are giving as PWRDF to these communities through these programs is really doing its job. It's doing what we hoped it would do, and that people are taking on these projects and making them their own and allowing them to continue even once our projects are over.